Okay, so what we're going to look at today is bootstrap fashion. Now, what bootstrap fashion is a pattern-based company that you put in your actual measurements and you will be able to get a pattern that fits you exactly. So if you have odd measurements like I do, this is a very good site to work with. There is also another site called eureka. There we go. That you can use, and it also has the patterns on there. As you can see, they're very reasonably priced. They're like $2 on Bootstrap. They're about $2 to $3, so same thing. You'll also notice that there's a custom fit DIY dress form. Those are a little bit more expensive, but it does let you make your own custom dress form. I just chose not to go that route. I did mention it in my dress form video as to why I chose a different route. That's just me. I'm special. Now, the pattern that I picked out is this one. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to go through the entire process. You're going to see me cut out the pattern, use the pattern, make the thing, possibly, maybe, if it works. The website's not even working right now, so I don't have much hope. But, yeah, that is the pattern I chose, is this burgundy number right here. And it says it's beginner friendly. I'm not sure if that's true or not. We will find out. One thing I will say is that some of these are not beginner friendly, but you can basically find beginner friendly patterns on these sites. Now, eureka, they basically have about the same patterns, but eureka seems to have a little bit more. And they have some, like, they have hats and kids sizes and stuff like that. Like, see, I even saved that one. You see these little blue hearts? I saved like 40 things. So, not great. But you can actually, like, I'll click on one and see if it'll pull up. My internet is, like, running extremely slow. Okay, this one actually pulled up. Alright, as you can see, you apply your measurements. It'll give you a picture of what the pattern will look like cut out and such. You can actually order multiple sizes. So, like, if you want to do this as a retail thing, you can order multiple sizes, and that's fine. You can get a free pattern preview, so you can kind of see what you're going to have to do. You can actually do it, like, print it off of your computer. If you're sending it somewhere like Office Depot or UPS, you can actually get them to print it on a plotter. That's why you have different sizes. And you can view the instructions right over here, so you can actually see how complicated it is to do the pattern. That's one thing that eureka, the website, has on Bootstrap, is it has a little bit more simplicity to it. But for the sake of this, I did get the pattern off of Bootstrap because I did that before I knew about eureka. They do have that same dress on the eureka website as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to figure it out from there. Okay, so something that we have learned now. I ordered the pattern from Bootstrap. I went to print it and do all these things, and I found out, hey, there's no sewing instructions. It doesn't tell me how to sew it. So I called customer service, and they said, yeah, some of their patterns don't have the instructions yet. So they gave me a credit back on my account so I could get another pattern. But they basically said that just order a pattern preview and you'll know if it has instructions or not. I thought that was a bit odd, but whatever. I went on Michaela and they have the instructions for sewing it. So what we're going to do is we're going to print off the instructions from Michaela. We're still used a pattern from Bootstrap since I already have it. This does give you a better picture of what the dress is supposed to look like. And I also realized something else with them, which maybe it's just me, but you can actually like, you can actually like, okay, what I want to do it is I want to do it in plaid. So it kind of gives you an idea of what it would look like in plaid. And I was like, oh my God, that's amazing. And then I went through the moment of being like, I'm going to click on all the prints and I'm going to figure out what I like. Yeah. It's super addictive. Look at this one. This one looks trippy. But, so you can get lost pretty quick playing with this website. Yeah. Yeah. So we're figured out, but I did want to give you kind of an update on where I'm at right now, which is still printing. I have accomplished nothing. So we'll see what's next. Okay, an update on the pattern situation. The first thing you have to do is print out these pages, which are instructions of how to print out the rest of the pages. So you do have to have the Adobe Reader in order to do this. So as you can tell, we're already pretty deep in this is a lot of paper. So you have this to print this, which the pattern is going to be 52 pages, 52. So this is going to be a process. And then I still have to print out the actual sewing instructions. I'm assuming that's probably going to be at least 5 pages. So this is a lot of paper. That's a lot of paper. But I will say this, since I'm going to use this pattern over and over and over again, I don't think that's like a big deal for me because I will use this over and over again. But if I wasn't, this seems like it would be kind of a huge waste of paper. I don't know. But that's where I'm at right now with the process, so we'll see. Okay, so I'm working on this pattern puzzle thing. So it's like 52 pages, and you have to tape it up, like lay it all out, tape it up, then we're cut it out. So I feel like I'm killing just a super huge amount of trees right now, you know? And I found, and this could just be me because I am terrible at like cutting straight lines, but I found that some of the lines are kind of hard to line up like I want them to. So I'm having to work on that too. This piece of paper I cut wrong because I cut this side and I wasn't supposed to. So this piece of paper is wrong. All those are right, but and all I had was masking tape. And that's because I'm out of clear tape, so it's very easy to see where the tape is. But once I get these pieces taped to this, then I cut it all out and go from there. So I'm doing this while I'm watching Howard's End on Netflix. And my cat is like all about, you know, being on this paper. But yeah, so that's where we're at right now. I feel like I'm just gonna tape my life away at this point because it's like 10 pages down, 5 pages across, 10 pages down. So this is gonna take a while, and I don't think I have enough room for this, which is why I'm in the living room. So we'll figure it out, but I'll let y'all see when it's done. Okay, so what we have here on the floor is the pattern, a cutting mat,
some muslin, some pattern weights, rotary cutter, and we're going to try this new heat makes ink disappear cloth pen. I don't know. We're going to try it and see if it works. A lot of pattern pieces. I will say this. When you do this, I appreciate you're going to need like a buttload of tape. Just a ridiculous amount of tape. You have to tape the back too to make it more stable. Who knew? I have my directions on cutting, which, I mean, I could be wrong, but the pattern, I mean, I feel like the pattern looks big to me, but it does have seam allowances in it, so I'm assuming that's like a player in this shenanigans. I'm trying to get rid of all the cat toys, but there's just so much. I'm not wearing makeup. My face broke out. Didn't do my hair, because why would I do this stuff? To cut out stuff. Oh, and I do have another ruler. It was free. Alright, so front, back. Sticking to itself now. Try it. Everybody stop. Front, back, collar, cuff, lower back, lower front. My husband's male, because God knows he puts it everywhere. Alright, so I've got muslin and my pins. If you're wondering what I do with, or what I plan to do with the mock-up, because that's what this is a mock-up. If it doesn't work, like if I just do the worst thing ever, then it will turn into face mask and whatever else I can use it for. If it does work, I'll probably use it as like a house dress, so don't think I'm wasting fabric here, because I'm not. I don't know where to start. So I'm going to start with the back. Now, balls. It has darts. I don't know the best way to do darts. Like to cut them out of the pattern. Like, should I just cut this part out? Should I just put a dot here and then just like dot dot and then ruler it out? I don't know. That's a fantastic question. See, this is a beginner's pattern and none of this stuff was addressed. Okay. But I'm going to do it. So I'll probably time loop this stuff, because why would you want to sit through that? Also, if I run out of battery, I probably won't notice, because I'll probably be paying attention to cutting. Another thing is, these pants don't fit right, so you'll watch me go through the video half the time, like pulling up my pants. And I bought these weird sock things, and they're freaking me out because they make my toe look like, look, they make my feet look like weirdly small. Like, you see, look. Ugh. Sad thing is, my feet are small, but dang, they didn't have to put it in your face like that. Alright. Let's do this.
Ooh.
so it's now evening and I've got all the pieces cut out, as you can see. There's gotta be an easier way of marking stuff. There's just gotta be, and I still haven't figured out what those little seams are on the shoulder. I'm gonna have to Google that. I got no clue. So maybe tomorrow we're gonna start sewing it together, or whatever the next step is. I'll go from there, and we're see. Okay, so obviously my camera died. Let's see if I can. Yeah. Okay, so obviously my camera died. So here we are. I've got all the fabric cut. These lines, 4 lines, are apparently pleats. Obviously these are darts. But on the directions, where does it say pleats? Make and fasten pleats on shoulders. Folds are directed toward sides. What kind of pleats? Are they box pleats? Are they knife pleats? Why are there 4 lines? Does that mean there's supposed to be 4 pleats? Am I supposed to make this line meet this line and this line meet this line? I don't know the answer. I went on Facebook and I've asked for help because I don't know. And this is the front, and there's 8 lines total because there's 2 of these pieces. So I have no idea what's going on. Like at all. I don't know. So what I did was see if I can get this, because I couldn't figure out the whole pleat situation. I went ahead and I did the dart. Now, one dart is longer than the other. Well, you see where it's like it looks different because of the curve of the waist. So if I put it like it's supposed to lay, yeah, okay, I got that pretty close. So the darts actually look fairly good. I do need to iron them and you know, do the thing that you do, but I don't know what to do with the pleats, and that is the next step. So I am officially stuck. I have put on Facebook that I need help, so hopefully somebody can help me because I don't know what's going on. And I have to do that before I can sew this part to the skirt part, and then the bag to the front or something. I don't know. I'm so confused. I thought everything was supposed to be beginner friendly, but that whopping 10-step directions, the last one is sew buttons. I mean, come on guys, this isn't beginners friendly. This is like, you need to already have a general idea of what is happening before you can do this. Luckily the darts I had read in a book. Don't have a serger, but I can use a zigzag stitch to finish it. Then this part says I have to make bias tape button loops. The collar I know is going to be like so confusing because it's got the collar piece sewn onto. It's not sewn onto. It's like literally attached. And then it's got another one with stabilizer on it. So I don't know how that works. I don't know. We'll figure it out, I guess. Okay, guys. I've officially given up. I'm officially done. Allow me to explain. This dress that said it was a beginner's friendly dress, which I can't get to hold up. Look at that. It's not beginner's friendly. So far, it has an invisible zipper, darts, pleats,
cuffs, and a collar. Now, I read it, it said beginners. I was like, okay, maybe this is what all beginners do. We will try. Then I just started feeling real dumb real quick. So, darts are easy. To me, darts are fine. I probably could have done the bias button loops without a problem. The pleats, it didn't say what kind of pleats. There are a lot of pleats. There's accordion, there's knife, there's box. They're all different. But I just was like, okay, I'll do what I can. So I did do darts. I did do pleats. And this is one of the front pieces. So you see how it has a sleeve and a collar. Now, the next step was front facing. You see my phone's already ringing? Okay, front facing. This is the piece, this is the other piece of the collar. Now, does not tell you how exactly to apply it other than front facing. And front facing, as I have Googled, is a definite way of doing a collar thing. But it's not a way that I know. So after looking at this like it was a daggone jigsaw puzzle and realizing that this also has to be going in the back of the dress because the back of the dress doesn't have a collar, I officially admit I don't know what's happening. So I Google the pattern number. No one's done a video on it. Fine. I can't even pull up anything on it. Fine. So then what I do is I Google the image. Somebody has made this dress, more than one person, and it is not listed as a beginner's dress. It is listed as an intermediate dress. And she showed how she put the collar on in an image, which in no way is helpful to a beginner because it's just a picture. And I still don't know how to do it. So this project will now be put in an envelope out of my sight till I get to that level. So what do I think of Bootstrap and LaKayla? Okay, one, I had to use both of them because one didn't have the directions. Then they say it's a beginner pattern. It's not, and it doesn't have very clear directions for a beginner. I do believe that these websites would be like awesome if you were not a beginner. Like if you already knew 100% of what you were doing, you just didn't want to draft your own pattern, I don't think you'd have a problem. But if you're like me and you're a beginner, this is not the best way of doing things, because now I have this that I can't do anything with until I learn more about front facing and whatever else. So my honest opinion on this, not beginner friendly. Not anywhere near beginner friendly. I used a lot of paper, I used a lot of ink, I used a lot of time, and I got nowhere. Am I saving the paper? Yes. Am I saving the pattern? Yes. Am I saving the fabric to hopefully learn how to do this one day? Yes. Do I still kind of want to set it on fire? Also, yes. Just to make me feel better, because this made me feel 100% stupid. So, I'm sorry guys you didn't get to see the finished project, but you did get a full-on honest opinion of this whole situation, and that's gotta mean something. So, I hope you guys have a great week. Like, subscribe, share. I don't know, my brain's fried right now. Y'all have a good one.